So we had a bit of a kerfuffle, so we're going to be fixing that today. Somebody, I'm not going to say who, because it was me, put weight on this to try to balance themselves, and that just kind of popped right off. As you can tell, that's not rated for the weight of a human body. So what we're going to do is we're going to clean that up, then we're going to re-epoxy it on there, or well, technically silicone. I grabbed this stuff from Lowe's. It's designed for this type of work. It's mildew resistant. It's basically all the stuff you want in a bathroom, and it dries pretty quick too, and it's supposed to be stronger than what was originally used whenever this was put in. First step is you clean the work area with a little bit of bleach in case any mildew or mold has gotten back in there. Then I'm going to scrub it and clean both the fixture and the wall with this little wire brush. Then I'm going to caulk it. So let's get to it. By the way, make sure that you use a vacuum cleaner to get up all the pieces that are going to come off, because you do not want it going into your drain and causing a clog later. Also, a spatula or a scraper, like one of those putty knives, helps too. I might end up grabbing one to make this easier. I got this cleaned up. I used a little bit of a spatula and the wire brush. Looks like we're good to go. Now all I've got to do is pop up with silicone, put it on the back of the fixture, and then put it in place and let it set. All right, there we go. We've got silicone on the back and around the edge once we put it in place. The silicone's strong enough to hold it in place so you can get a better angle on all this. Now I know my silicone is messy, and I'm going to clean that up with a little bit of a wet paper towel, and that should make it a lot more tidy. All right, there we go. It's not perfect, but the caulking is a lot better. I actually had better luck using toilet paper than a wet paper towel, and I wasn't expecting that. So it's a lot more cleaned up. I'm going to go ahead and let it set, and I'll give you guys results when I know it's completely set. This is one of those projects I can wholeheartedly say is very doable and will save you money by doing it. It only cost me about $25 in parts, and that's including the tools, not just the materials, and an hour of my time and just willing to get a little dirty. The average price to get this done by a professional, or even just somebody else, is around $125, according to our current arbiter of truth, which is the internet. So yeah, I'd say go ahead and get this done. It seems to be setting pretty well. I'll update this post if for whatever reason it doesn't work out later. You really make your shower feel like it's brand new by just getting a new shower head. Frankly, one that's got a lot better water delivery and an actual massage setting. And all you really need is a little bit of plumber's tape and maybe a wrench or two. But in this case with mine, all I should need is a little bit of plumber's tape, because that should have been hand tightened. The new one even had a sign on it that said hand tighten only, so I was right, and I'm assuming that's because I'm putting plastic onto metal. So yeah, we're just going to put the hose on and the new head. We're good to rock and roll. Going to go ahead and replace all the panels in here. With these little panels, you literally only have to take off the 4 screws, pop it off, and then put the new one on in its place. The same 4 screws. The only thing I really have to say about it is don't touch any of the stuff back here while you're back here, because some of that's live. Also, like with most screws, hand starting them to make sure that you're not cross threading so that it doesn't strip whenever you put some force behind it with any tool is always a good idea. Thanks for watching. Please comment and subscribe.